If you're planning to retire at 65, most people assume that once they're 5 years away, the hard work's already done. The savings are in place, and the retirement date's on the calendar. The rest feels like it should just fall into place. But here's what I've seen after working with so many families in this exact stage. The 5 years before retirement are the most overlooked and the most important. Why? Because in these 5 years, every decision you make has a ripple effect. The way you handle taxes, the timing of your Social Security, your approach to risk in the market, and even how you picture your lifestyle in retirement. All of these things can either strengthen your plan or leave you exposed at the exact moment when you need confidence the most. So today, I want to slow things down and show you what to focus on in these final 5 years before you turn 65, so you can walk into retirement prepared, not guessing. Hi, I'm Levi Palomo, Certified Financial Planner here at Pillar Financial Advisors. On this channel, I share clear, practical strategies to help you work towards reducing taxes, preserving wealth, and retiring on your terms. If that sounds helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your retirement questions. If you'd like to connect, you can book a time using the link in the description below. Now, let's talk about this 5-year window and what steps you need to take so that when 65 arrives, you know exactly where you stand. 1. Clarify your retirement vision. The first thing most people skip is clarity, and I'm not talking about investment returns or account balances here. I'm talking about, what do you actually want your retirement to look like? Where will you live? Will you work part-time or fully retire? How much will you travel, spend time with family, or volunteer? Without a clear vision, it's impossible to know if your money will be enough. For example, if your plan includes several big trips in your first 10 years, that will change how much you need in liquid savings early on. This is also the time to think about housing decisions, because where you choose to live affects every other decision. The cost of living, taxes, healthcare, and even the community around you. The clearer you are on this vision, the easier it becomes to make the right financial decisions in the years leading up to 65. 2. Get a tax map in place. Taxes in retirement aren't simple. During these 5 years, you need to ask, when will I start Social Security? When will I draw from my pre-tax accounts like my 401k or IRA? Will I convert some of this money to a Roth account while my tax rate is lower? A tax map shows you how to sequence these withdrawals and minimize taxes over your lifetime, not just in a single year. Here's why this matters so much before 65. If you delay Social Security and instead live on savings for a few years, you may be able to take money out of pre-tax accounts at lower tax brackets. This reduces your required minimum distributions later and keeps your tax bill from ballooning in your 70s. Those decisions are hard to unwind once you hit retirement. That's why this window is so critical. 3. Review healthcare and Medicare timing. One of the most overlooked risks in retirement is healthcare costs. If you're retiring before 65, you'll need to figure out how to cover the gap before Medicare kicks in. You can use COBRA from your employer. You can purchase private marketplace insurance through the exchange. How much is that going to cost? And how does it fit into your cash flow? Even at 65, Medicare isn't automatic. Many people don't know this, but you need to sign up on time to avoid penalties. And you need to decide whether you'll choose Original Medicare with a supplement or Medicare Advantage plan. These choices also affect your budget. Premiums, deductibles, out-of-pocket costs, they can all vary widely. Failing to plan for these expenses can create surprises that throw off even the best prepared retirement plan. 4. Rebalance risk in your portfolio. In these last 5 years, market volatility can feel very different. A big drop in the market while you're still working might be uncomfortable, but you can wait it out. A big drop right after you retire? That can do lasting damage. This is called sequence of returns risk. That's why this is the time to revisit your portfolio. Are you taking on potentially more risk than you need? Or do you have enough in stable investments to cover a few years of income so you don't have to sell during a downturn? Is your portfolio aligned with your need for growth and income in retirement, not just growth alone? This doesn't mean pulling everything out of the market. It means being intentional about where your withdrawals will come from so that the first 5 years of retirement aren't at the mercy of the market. Build your income plan, not just a savings plan. This last step brings everything together. Retirement isn't just about how much you've saved. It's about how you turn what you've saved into a reliable income stream that supports your life. In the 5 years before retirement, start asking, how much will I need every month to maintain my lifestyle? What sources of income will cover those costs? Social Security, pensions, withdrawals. How will I adjust for inflation? What happens if I live 30 years? Hopefully more. Think of this like building a paycheck for yourself. The goal is to create a plan that balances guaranteed income with flexible income so you can enjoy your retirement without constantly worrying about market performance. This is also the stage to integrate estate planning. Review your beneficiary designations and make sure your insurance coverage is aligned with your retirement needs. As you gain more assets, you generally need less in insurance coverage. So here's to recap. What do you focus on in the 5 years before retiring at 65? Clarify your vision so you know what you're planning for. Map out your taxes so you can keep more of what you've saved. Plan for healthcare and Medicare so there are no gaps. Adjust your portfolio's risk so you're prepared for volatility. And turn your savings into an income plan, not just a pile of money. These steps create clarity, and clarity brings confidence as you approach retirement. The 5 years before 65 aren't just guessing. They're about positioning yourself so that when you finally step away from work, your plan supports you, not the other way around. If you're in this window right now, take it seriously. These years can shape your taxes, income, and peace of mind for decades to come. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like, share it with someone else who's within 5 years of retirement, and subscribe to this channel for more retirement strategies like these. If you want to talk through how these 5 steps fit your situation, savings, timeline, and your goals, click the link in the description below to schedule a conversation. When you take the time to plan, you don't just retire at 65. You retire with clarity, purpose, and confidence.